Okay. All right, can we start? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 146th meeting of Sober Toastmasters. While we begin the meeting, let us engrave the Toastmasters mission in our heart. We provide a valuable, supportive, and positive experience to all our members who are empowered to develop their public speaking, leadership, and communication skills, which in turn helps them develop their self-confidence. Toastmasters International is a US headquartered nonprofit educational organization that focuses on promoting leadership, communication, and public speaking skills. Sober Toastmasters is one fruit of the Mammoth organization and is one of the best clubs, not only in the Indian subcontinent, but in the world. So I welcome you again to this wonderful and magical meeting. Before we begin, there are some ground rules we all must follow. Number one, please switch off your phones and electronic devices and keep them on silent mode. I request you to not make any reference to the SRP, which is sex, religion, and politics. We will be voting towards the end of every session, for which the links will be provided on the Zoom or on the respective WhatsApp groups. I also would request you to take out 30 seconds to fill out the feedback slips after every speaker has completed delivering their speech. I would also request all the members to not engage in crosstalk, especially while a meeting or a presentation is going on. If members have to leave the room, members can leave the room if necessary. And finally, there is no ban on Tali. So I would encourage all members to applaud every speaker that is taking up and leaving the stage. With that, folks, I would like to call upon the presiding officer, Toastmaster Hamza.
I can't hear you. Okay, folks. Very good morning to all of you here. And I welcome you all to Sober Toastmasters meeting number 146. There was once two rival shoe companies. Both of them began almost at the same time. And naturally, both of them were fiercely competitive. There was a village nearby to where they were based. And both of them thought to move fast and capture that market. So in order to do that, they sent their best sales reps for conducting a market survey. The sales reps reached the village, they did their survey, and came back and reported to their respective bosses. The first one said to his boss, "Boss, we have absolutely no scope in this market. No one wears shoes in this village. Everyone roams around barefooted. What's the point? The second one goes to his boss and reports ecstatically, boss, this is the best market. No one wears shoes in this market, and everyone roams around barefooted. Our scope is unlimited. Ladies and gentlemen, who's right, who's wrong? I guess we'll never know. In fact, you can go home and draw your own conclusions to the story. All of us here at Toastmasters come from different walks of life and have very different perspectives on everything. But the important thing is we value and respect each other's perspective. And that's what respect is all about. So we always want answers, right, wrong, black or white. But the reality is that we live our life in something called the gray area. With that, let's go into today's meeting. But before we start the meeting, I see a few guests in the meeting room today. And we would like to hear from you as to a short introduction about yourself and what brings you here today to Toastmasters. So would you like to come up? Please come. Guys, please applaud. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Hafiz. I work with a multinational company, so I work in the marketing team and the selling excellence team. So I came to know about this Toastmasters Club through an online. One of my friends suggested it. So we have been always in the space of communication. So I have come here to hone my skills on communication and public speaking. Thank you so much. Thanks. Nice meeting you all.
So, good morning, everyone. I'm Shailendra, and as Hafiz said, we both work for the same organization called GlaxoSmithKline and work in Mumbai. And fortunately, we work in the same department also, and we lead the capabilities team for the sales team for the different functions, actually, for different divisions. So, I heard from Hafiz heard from some other colleagues, and both of us were very excited to be here. So, that's the reason we are here today and want to see what else we can have more into this conversations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure to have you both here today. Ma'am, would you like to come up? Second time's the charm. Yeah. Yes. No, we love to. Please come.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I didn't think I'll be called to speak today, so I was sitting pretty relaxed, like nobody's going to call me up. And then Hamza does this to me. So I'll just share with you what I felt last time. Oops. So the last time that I was here, I just came in through a friend's recommendation, and I was happy to be here. Like I told them last time, I enjoyed the energy here. I like the vibe of this place. So I thought, okay, let's then spend another Sunday here and see how it goes. So here I am. And hopefully I will be joining soon. So I think that's it. Thank you. The fire is better. Huh?
Yeah, I know. Not charged. Anyone else? Do we have any guests online? No? Okay. So, friends, with that, let's proceed into today's meeting. To take the meeting forward, we usually have one Toastmaster of the day. But today we thought budget zyada hai, so let's get two. Our first Toastmaster of the day is someone who lives in her uncle's basement under the staircase. And she's come from a land very far away. And with her, she has brought her nemesis. someone who we cannot name. So with that, I'll just hand over the stage to the lovely Toastmasters of the day. Please, with a huge round of applause, let's welcome them.
Good morning, witches, wizards, and esteemed guests. Welcome to this magical meeting 146. We invite you to immerse yourself in the world of wonder, where dragons guard ancient treasures, where invisibility cloaks hide secrets, and where the power of imagination knows no bounds. Whether you're a devoted fan or new to this magical universe of Harry Potter, prepare to be captivated by a timeless tale that has ignited the imagination of millions. As this Muggle-inspired Toastmasters organization merges with the enchanting universe of Harry Potter, we embark on a journey of personal and professional growth while embracing the magic that lies within our voices. So whether you identify with the bravery of Gryffindor, the loyalty of Hufflepuff, the wisdom of Ravenclaw, or the ambition of Slytherin, today's meeting will be a celebration the diverse talents and perspectives that make our Toastmaster community magical. Throughout the meeting, we'll explore the magic of communication, the power of public speaking, and the words of wisdom that echo within hallowed halls. I smell dirty blood. Muggles, murderers, sharpers. What is happening? Firstly, we're at a Toastmasters meeting, and secondly, with what knows Wally can just chill. But in the 21st century, we don't do labels anymore. You insolent twig. How dare you talk to me like that? So, saying before this rosy little fellow cut me off, I solemnly swear to do my best to guide us through this spellbinding journey, speeches, evaluations, and table topics. Okay, we will. To begin the meeting, we have a series of captivating speeches. Speakers will weave spells with their words and engage us with tales of triumph, courage, and the magical lessons they have learned. Their speech session, we shall embark on an enchanting journey of favorite topics. You can think of favorite topic and the game of urban village. After each speaker, we shall invite our fellow witches and wizards to evaluate the speaker's performance. The dementor, or as you folks like to say, the general evaluator, will swoop in and take this session forward. Let's raise our wands and toast to a day of eloquence, enchantment, and cheer. A key of teachers, favorite topic, and imagination. But before we begin, let's call those festive houses who will help us take this meeting forward. to make sure that our meeting doesn't overshoot on time, we have our very own time turner, Toastmaster Bhakti.
Thank you, witches of the day. Good morning, everybody. As the timer, it is my responsibility to make sure that we don't overshoot on time. For the prepared speeches, I will be showing the green card at the minimum qualifying time, the yellow card at the middle of the qualifying time, and the red card at the maximum qualifying time. There will be a 30 seconds grace before and after the qualifying time. For the table topics, I'll be showing the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and the red card at 2 minutes. And there'll be a grace of 30 seconds only after 2 minutes. For the evaluation, I'll be showing the green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2.5 minutes, and red card at 3 minutes. And there'll be a grace of 30 seconds again before and after the qualifying time. Thank you. Over to you, Tima.
Thank you, Bhakti. Have you ever wondered? I think this is gone. Have you ever wondered who taught Hermione? It was not then our grammarian, Toastmaster. Hold it a minute.
I'm the grammarian for today, and it is my responsibility to listen to everything being said today. I will also note down any creative use of vocabulary. Okay, I'll also note down any creative use of vocabulary and grammar. I will also note down any improper usage of vocabulary and grammar. As a grammarian, it is also my responsibility to pick the word and the idiom for today. The word for today is gingerly, which means to approach with extreme caution or carefully. It can be used, for example, I gingerly raised the edge of the blanket. The idiom for today is many moons ago, which means something that happened a long time ago. And an example for this would be, many moons ago, I played soccer with my school team. I will present my report when called upon by the general evaluator.
Next, we have the incantation interrupter, or what you muggles like to call the filler counter. Please welcome Toastmaster Vishwanathan.
So good morning to all of y'all, all the Toastmasters here. And many moons ago, I was called upon to do this task. And today, I advise all the contestants and the participants to gingerly play with your words. Okay? I'll be evaluating as best as possible and giving you my report at a later date. Thank you so much.
Our next Toastmaster has mastered the spell of Aloha Mora. He can unlock the truest essence of our speeches and can cast a spell of effective listening all over his audience. Please welcome Toastmaster Kalpesh.
Thank you, Shamina. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I will pay attention to all that is being said in the meeting. I will note down some interesting facts about whatever is being said today. Friends, we listen with two intentions. With intention to understand and the intention to reply. Today, I will challenge your listening of intention to understand. I will note down some questions from all the speeches and ask you at the end of the meeting. And I will present my report whenever called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpesh. Let's now begin with our prepared speeches section. But before we call on our first speaker, I'd like to bring on his evaluator, Toastmaster Jatin, who has just arrived on the Hogwarts Express. He'll be giving us the speech objectives for Speaker 1.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. My speaker will be presenting Level 1, Project 1. His objective is to introduce himself to the club. Timer, please note, the time is 4 to 6 minutes. Also, since this is his icebreaker, I note to the audience to give him a standing ovation at the end of the speech. I wish my speaker good luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jatin. Our first speaker is from the daring house of Gryffindor. He's a bold individual who likes to tackle challenges head on. Known for his resilience and courage, he's going to take us on an exhilarating journey through his speech. Please welcome Toastmaster Ashwin. Toastmaster Ashwin, difficulty in swallowing. Had difficulty in swallowing. Toastmaster Ashwin.
Slap this. This one. So I can't hear the applause. It's ears are plugged. You'll have to be louder. Okay, before I start, show of hands of all those who have been to a doctor. General physician, cold cough. With some of great, good numbers. To dentist, lesser numbers. The last, I'm sure I'll see a lot of hands. Oncologist, the one who treats cancer. No? Okay. So my visit to a cancer hospital at Visakhapatnam. Can I just hold it? Oh no, okay. My visit to a cancer hospital in Visakhapatnam. That is something which I can't ever forget. And the sight of those shaven heads, the expressions and the mixed energies of fear, of the possibility of death, and the longing for life. That was, yeah, keep in the pocket. Great, thank you. So that's something which loomed all over the room. I'd gone for consulting, not for some educational visit. So before I come to that part, why I landed up there and the clinical part, in fact, I'll keep that away. I just would like to give a brief background about myself. Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters, guests, ladies and gentlemen. I was born in the 80s. For those who were born in the 80s, the Doordarshan era. So we didn't have a Google Chachi over there, So I was a good boy, studious boy, quiet, quiet, quiet. So being quiet was probably the flavor of the era. People didn't, the teachers didn't like, kids who used to ask a lot of questions. So it was nice to be quiet, and generally you're treated as the wiser one if you're quiet. I kind of took it very much as my nature, and then I couldn't change it. So I was very happy being a passenger, introvert. I never realized when it became my nature. Things were going fine. I, being studious, confused, introvert, studious. What do you generally do after 12th? Engineers in the house? Okay, condolences. I can see some of you are not like me. But then it was simple that time. I mean, you do either go for medical or you go for engineering. There was nothing in between. So I did that. And I think I did my engineering decent, got a good job. And I thought I was probably better in the, marriage market. So I got married to a lovely lady, and her contribution and in how I changed, I think that is a speech which cannot be covered in 7 minutes, 9 minutes. I'll have to skip that part. So things were going fine, and not many months later, but maybe 3 months, if it qualifies as 3 years, we were blessed with a younger version of both of us, who's 8, going on 80, the way she talks to me. So everything was going on fine, at least picture perfect if you see from outside. But as far as I'm concerned, I still feel that I was definitely limiting myself. I was not the way I should, the way I right now feel I was naturally designed to be. But then one fine day, I started having a difficulty in swallowing food. Not just food, even water. I had to make a conscious effort. And I was like, "Kuch to gadbad hai. Something is wrong." Uh, so obviously, for those who don't watch Dr. House, Grey's Anatomy, or don't read any medical journals and all that, okay, great. You have Google with you to confuse you. So one of my mentor told me that Google had told one of her friends that, she won't die in 6 months. So Google gives you a lot of ideas. So otherwise, and I also had some weight loss also, unexplained weight loss. So if you have unexplained weight loss and difficulty in swallowing, it kind of leads to, it's a symptom for stomach cancer. Anyway, so I didn't jump to it. I did all the desi things. I gargled, almost burned my throat with anything, salt, turmeric, ginger, garlic, and even brandy. I don't know how much I spit out and how much I swallowed. But I tried everything. Like, I just wanted to get the hell of it. I was like, let me just finish with this. Didn't work. Allopathy, Ayurveda, acupressure, sujok. Sujok is not a joke. It's a type of acupressure therapy. So did everything and didn't work. So then my ENT specialist, he referred me to a gastroenterologist. Okay. So I went to that guy. Any doctors in the house? Great. So this person was a man of few words. He didn't want much words from me also. The moment he saw my paper, he told me to lie down on this thing bed, and I had a couple of young nurses holding my hands. Guys, no excitement, all male nurses. They held on to my hand, and after that, I had this tube inserted my throat, and my throat was acid sensitive, and I don't know what spray he gave me. There was no anesthesia effect. It was the most harrowing experience I've had. I wouldn't even wish for my enemies. So, well, this was done. And then there was nothing conclusive from the diagnosis. He gave me some medication. He found something. He didn't find something, whatever. And all this happened. And that just coincided with my transfer to the Mumbai branch here. Came over here. And my family couldn't join me. So this phase of my life, I really couldn't understand what is happening. It's like life is slipping from my fingers. I didn't know what is the problem. That's when I even visited an oncologist. Okay, so what I would like to highlight is there was a sudden change in me because somehow something was telling me, what if this is the last? Just to illustrate the point, I was in a pub, not one of those drinking types, so I said brandy also and pub also, with my colleagues and their wives. So we were having a good time, and then this guy came, and I had the staff coming and saying that, anybody wants to volunteer for karaoke. Obviously, generally people say no, and I have never sung in my life. But that time I was like, what if this is the last? What if I don't get a chance for karaoke? So I said, no, I will do it. And grabbed the mic and I did the Elvis Presley's imitation of Wise Men Say. It was okay, not that bad.
maybe with the mic it'll be better. The point which I want to make is I started having a lot of changes in my life at this phase. In fact, I have changed now from that period. But the important thing is everything which was happening in my life, I started thinking, what if this is the last? And I think that one small thing triggers a lot of changes in you. With that, I started talking more. I started taking a lot of hobbies. I started concentrating on my fitness, started running. I did cycling. I did cycling from Manali to Leh. So 10 days high altitude cycling. I started uh, talking at my work front also, talking to my seniors, juniors, peers. I became one of the popular guys because I didn't have anything, I never held on to my feelings, emotions. I used to speak out. And that line from Anand, Zindagi lambi honi chahiye, badi nahi, that was always ringing in my mind. So at the end of it, what I would say is that of course, I did a repeat endoscopy and it came out that everything is fine. Guys, I can't kill myself for a speech, so I'm absolutely fine. So the important thing is that yes, it was some feelings, probably some you can say some my own fears. So what I finally swallowed is not just the difficulty in swallowing. I swallowed my insecurities, my fears, my the tendency to avoid confrontations. So all these things I could follow, and I started embracing new things, new friends, new hobbies. Recently, a new exciting club called Sobo Toastmasters, and it's been great. All I would like to say is that the philosophy which I have right now is that one should live every day as if it's your last. So someday it's actually going to be right. That's it. Thank you very much.
Yes, we speak this one.
Does anybody in the audience have their evaluation passions? We'll just wait. For people who already do have their feedback slips, they can take 30 seconds and start filling the evaluation for Toastmaster Ashwin. Thirty seconds. Okay, we can move on now. Next, we call our next evaluator Toastmaster Rushali. So grab your wand, don your robe, and come out here.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shamina. My speaker will be attempting level 1, project 2, with the objective speech with a purpose. Timer, please note the speech duration is 4 to 6 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. Apologies. I wish my speaker best of luck.
Embodying the wit and prowess of Ravenclaw, we have our next speaker, whose words are as sharp as the quill of a dedicated scholar. She is going to share with us her thought-provoking ideas and magical knowledge. Please welcome Toastmaster Sapna. Toastmaster Sapna, from dreamer to achiever. From dreamer to achiever, Toastmaster Sapna.
It's not staying, yeah. No. Okay. Am I audible? Okay. Okay. Mama, what did you achieve in life? Little did I know, a simple question from my innocent 10-year-old boy will pierce my heart with salt, igniting the void of purpose and fulfillment in life. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as a disciplined and sheltered child, I lived in my own cocoon, shielded with the realities of the outside world. Raised in a conservative culture, was never exposed to different career options, leaving behind the voids, the leaving behind without the purpose of ambitions, the burning ambitions that I want to achieve. Yes, I always related to the stories of Rapunzel and Cinderella while I was growing. The only aim in my life was to find a Prince Charming and unhappily ever after, while all my friends were in the struggle of finding a career. This dream of mine didn't take time to fulfill, as my parents were so fervent to make my dreams into reality. As life unfolded, I discovered the emptiness in myself. I came out of my fantasy world only to face the real challenges of the marriage. The sense of desolation consumed me and robbing my contentment and disheartened. I felt disheartened. When I expressed all these feelings to my parents, we devised with a solution, joining my husband's business, as taking up a full-time job would not be possible, having the responsibilities over. At the outlet, the finance jargons were like an alien language to me, but eventually I got hang of it. This cultivated me the urge of educating myself in trading. Initially, everything was fine, but slowly I got trapped in the vicious circle of life, bringing up boys and meeting the family needs. I started feeling claustrophobic with the routine that I had. To find the outlet, I started designing clothes for my friends and family. The overwhelming response that I got was astounding, only to affirm my talent. This was the boost that I needed. I found my newfound passion in fashion. Yes. But as I was nurturing this new venture, COVID pandemic happened. And what? I guess I went back to the scratch one where I started from. But I didn't let it deter me. I still continued exploring myself. I explored the creative side by sketching and other artistic pursuits in lockdown. Expanded my horizons to trying food and literature too. Then one day, I came across this book called The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. And this book changed the course of my life completely. It gave direction to my vision and built my self-confidence. Yes, this is when I decided the life-turning decision that I had to take. I chose to become an image consultant. Coming from a fashion background, had found a new passion for styling, combining with my passion with communication and teaching. Yes. So again, with worthwhile pursuits comes challenges. When I went to approach my husband for these ambitions, there was a battle between my thoughts and my mind. How do I convince him? But God helps only those who wants to help themselves. Coincidentally, we encountered a friend of ours who was in practicing image consultant at that tumultuous time. She was the light of my journey, which I wanted to begin. She gingerly taught me how to overcome the resistance of my husband. That is how I took up the step confidently to enroll in this course. I knew that I am taking an inception to a path, a journey which is riddled with challenges and an overwhelming work. During the 100-hour training session, I understood that it is a lot of image, and more than that, I understood that professionalism that I needed in my career. Yes, I also dreaded technology and gadgets, but I mastered it only because I had to do 64 assignments in 8 months, which I'm proud of. Yes. After that, I started practicing as an image consultant. But what I realized at one point of time was it is not it is not the success, a predetermined journey that we want to our success, but it is the carving journey that we want to achieve. Like we travel, the carving journey that we travel. It is how you overcome your challenges and move on and embrace your passion in life. So today, when my child asks me, Mama, what did you achieve? I can proudly say that I am the woman who has defied all the limitations, who has taken a chance to embrace her passion and strives for perfection in her life. So, friends, I would urge all of you over here to embrace your passion, embrace your journey of self discovery, leaving behind all the societal limitations. Let us all together make a resolve today that we will chase our dreams into reality. As in the words of Oprah Winfrey, it is only when you create the grandest, highest version for your life, you become what you believe. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sapna, for a beguiling speech. Now, let us all take our quiz, take our parchment slips, and write down a quick evaluation. 30 seconds. All the way from Madala. Please welcome Master Satya.
To all those people who use those things. Okay. My speaker, Toastmaster Alicia, will be presenting her Level 2 Project 2 today. The objective of her speech today is to deliver with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn and practice and refine how she uses non-verbal communication while delivering a speech. The parameters on which you can evaluate her are clarity, eye contact, gesture, audience awareness, comfort level on the stage, interest, unintentional movements, and purposeful movements. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandhya. Now, our next speaker embodies the true ambition of Slytherin. Just like a potion master, she carefully brews her words, leaving all of us spellbound. prepare yourself to be mesmerized by Toastmaster Alifia. Toastmaster Alifia, redefine. Redefine Toastmaster Alifia. I'd like to do an audio check. Is it working? Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world. Dear Toastmasters and guests, this famous theme song of ABBA was my theme song of my young adult life. Growing up, I was convinced that the idea of success was equated with monetary wealth because that's what I saw in my household. So our family time, dinner conversations revolved around salaries, job promotions, impressive job titles, and impressive career paths. I was sure that the only path of success was in achieving them dollar bills. Cha-ching! Money, money, money. It was the magic word that determined my worth. So as I was hunting for my path to success, I always felt like the odd one out. A chicken in the world of palak paneer. I tried everything. My parents told me, do law, so I did law. But in the meantime, I dabbled in a little bit of theater, dipped my toes in marketing, tried my hand at events. Now, not only was I a chicken, but also a headless one, running around in circles, trying to find that elusive career path. In search of money, I saw my friends pursue impressive career paths like medicine, law, business, engineering, whereas I was only searching for my true calling. Now, amidst feeling like a non-starter, I realized that humor can be a powerful force in combating the outside noise and also the noise within. So I decided to just embrace my quirks and insecurities. I named my insecurities the headless chicken, doubtful Dora. And whenever she decided to cluck, I would hit her down with some witty comment so that she stays away from my path. So every time Dora began to cluck, 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 I'd look at her and say, hey, Dora, at least there's luck in the cluck. Now, it was a battle of witty comments like these, but slowly and surely, I gained the upper hand. But despite all this chaos and confusion, there was still a small voice inside of me constantly whispering, hey, you, I accept you're different. I just follow your own path. At first, I thought this was the sound of the questionable burrito I had for lunch. But then it persisted. And it kept persisting. So I eventually gave in. And once I did, everything started to change. So, okay, let's do one exercise, everybody. Look at your neighbor and really look at them, smile at them and say, you make me smile. Come on, 5 seconds. You make me smile. Yes, I already see smiles in the audience. How many of you genuinely smile? Exactly. Isn't it amazing what a simple compliment can do? It can just light up a whole room and bring people closer together. It's a reminder that life isn't just about personal achievements. It's about the connection that we can forge with one another and the smiles that we can bring to each other's faces. And this is what made sense to me. So I began to see the world through a different lens. I shut out the noise of societal expectations and focused in on the joy and impact I could bring to others. And as soon as I did that, success wasn't a daunting mountain to climb. It was a dance floor where I could groove to my own rhythm. I immersed myself in a lot of social service. I've done human rights law, varied kinds of social work. I teach underprivileged children. And even the extent of my involvement in the EC at Sobo today is only because of one guiding principle, is that you cannot be for yourself until you are for others. I like making a difference. And my purpose is to use my unique talents in whatever way they may be, and use my passion to empower people to create a ripple effect of change that can last far beyond conventional ideas of success. So for the longest time, I believed success meant following a defined career path. It meant achieving a certain amount of money, obtaining recognition from others. And I did that. I'm a professional lawyer by education. But it didn't sustain because they were only temporary markers of success. I realized that true fulfillment only comes from within. It comes from aligning your values with your actions, pursuing your passions that sets your soul on fire. So now, I've realized that in my journey, doing a job that doesn't fulfill my passion or doesn't ignite my passion is not worth it. Life is too short for that. It's like wearing shoes 2 sizes too small, painful and utterly uncomfortable. So I decided to embrace my doubtful Dora. I decided to muster the courage to follow my calling, however ridiculous it may be, and however unconventional it may seem. Today, I have completely redefined my meaning of success. So I urge you to relook at yours. Ask yourself these questions. Am I living my authentic life? Am I living my passion? Am I making a positive impact on the world? So ideally, today, I would have raised a toast, and I'd like to, but given the theme of the meeting, I'm raising my wand today, my magic wand. So here's my toast to the unconventional, to the dreamers, the headless chickens, the laughter makers, the change makers, and the believers. To always finding the courage to follow your own path, lead into your passion, and create your own definition of success. Back to you.
Thank you, Alicia, for that bewitching speech. Now, parchment slip will feedback go. Zooming in on his needed 2000 district is our next evaluator, Postmaster Tom.
Saka, they are on mute.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right. I think the objectives of my next speaker is the same as the one given to Alethea. So in the interest of time, I won't be repeating the same. And we look forward to a bewitching, fantastic speech. I am sure of it because I just know how wonderful she is. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaukat. Taking the stage on with the elegance and grace of Hufflepuff, our next speaker emanates warmth and compassion. Known for her unwavering loyalty and kindness, please welcome Toastmaster Aarti. Toastmaster Aarti, Dhe, Toastmaster Aarti.
This will follow. This will definitely follow. यहाँ पर जाना है तो पता this will definitely. There's something I want to admit today. I love to be in the kitchen and cook meals. I only ever dress in traditional clothes. I believe makeup is a scam. And girls who wear bold colors. My brother will ride bikes, wear leather jackets, and he'll grow up to be the big bold engineer who will make our family proud. Ladies and gentlemen, contest chair. Doesn't this sound familiar to you? Well, this is what they expect me to be, but I am not that girl. You see, they have certain perceptions of what people should be, how they should dress, how they must behave. There is a box that they constantly try to stuff us into. A box which dictates our boundaries. The box called stereotypes. And I have been stuck in this box since forever. So when the time came for me to choose my profession, engineering didn't even occur to me. Because girls weren't allowed to study technology, girls were expected to become housewives. Oops, I meant homemakers. And if she's too adamant, then perhaps a teacher or a doctor, a ladies' doctor. And I would have continued to remain inside that box were it not for my dad. He saw me all cramped up in the box and said, "Hey, what are you doing in there?" He pulled me out and told me to believe in my dreams and to have the confidence to turn them into reality. He said, "Aarti, whether you want to be a ballet dancer, a coder, or a clown, the only person who can stop you from becoming one is you. The sky is your limit if you choose so. I know you want to be a coder, so go out there and be the best coder in the world." Oh, but hang on a second. Coders look different, right? And I don't look like one. It's time to make some changes. For starters, get new nerdy glasses. That's easy. Then buy 10 cans of Red Bull with my next batch of groceries because who needs food when you have caffeine, right? And lastly, rent a basement where I'll live for the rest of my life, never to see the light of the day again, going on for days on end without showering because I had to match their profile to get the job. As long as I have my iconic red lipstick, I'm still me, right? Until one morning, my friend walked up to me and she said, Aarti, why do you wear a red lipstick? I thought she was inspired by my iconic style, and I was about to thank her when she added, how many boys are you even looking to impress? My own friend was stuffing me into the box. And it's not just one's personality or gender that makes them uncomfortable. It can be something as unreasonable as where you live. When they discovered that I resided in Mumbai, they were hesitant to approach me because they assumed I'd be the snobbish Bombay brat who needed a visa to go anywhere beyond Borivali. However, not only have I gone beyond Mumbai, I have traveled far beyond their limiting mindset. Yes, I am the girl from Mumbai, and I'm quite friendly and approachable. Today, I have a successful career in the taboo terrain of technology. I'm only moving forward. And I spot styles that make me feel confident. So they should go jump in the lake. Because I am an individual, unique, and special. And so are you. We do not belong inside a box. Friends, they will always try to stuff you into their box of perception. Girls, you belong in the kitchen. What have you to worry about? You'll get married anyway. Boys, you are the breadwinner of the family. Hey, don't cry. Be a man. But the question to ask is, who are they? Are they not the collective you and me? Am I guilty of stereotyping people? Are you guilty too? If you can break through the limiting beliefs planted in you, and if I too can do the same, then they would no longer exist. And in their place would be us, a kaleidoscope of individuals, resplendent in our own uniqueness, rejoicing in our own growth, and that of everyone else. But who you want to be is a choice you must make. So, what will you choose? Will you continue to smile as your heart beats? Will you continue to struggle to fit in? Or will you toss that box away, raise your arms to the sky, and be who you want to be? Contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aarti, for your powerful, powerful speech. We all know the drill. Quiz, parchment, feedback, 30 seconds. Will the voting happen now? After the I would now like to call the time turner to present her timer report.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Ashwin, for have you had difficulty in swallowing? He took 7 minutes, 13 seconds. Toastmaster Sapna, from dreamer to achiever, took 6 minutes, 51 seconds. Toastmaster Alifia for redefine took 8 minutes 10 seconds, and Toastmaster Aarti for them took 6 minutes 53 seconds. I conclude my report. Thank you. Over to you.
Potter, I have a question for you. What is so great about being on the good side? I mean, you don't even have a pet snake or a really cool arm tattoo. Your time starts now. Definitely. Being the chosen one, I'm sure you must be under a lot of pressure. You are constantly saving the world. You are constantly fighting the dark forces, and you also have to study for your exams. If you join the dark side, we will give you cookies. And to be more precise, dark chocolate cookies. They will melt in your mouth and fill up your heart with evil desire. You will also get the very special Dark Lord visiting cards. And above everything else, you will get the most exclusive, the most unique, and the most sought after unlimited potion refill card. And you know you can have a good time with that. If you don't want to suck at impromptu speaking like us, this session is for you.
Oh, nice. Shall I read it like that? Well, I have to gingerly handle this hat and manage my session. Uh, Thank you, Madam Toastmaster and Madam Witch. My fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, the impromptu speaking is a difficult path. Why? Because uh, not only you have to decide upon what to speak, but also how to speak. And to help with the second part, we have several speaking structures. In today's meeting, if you are doubtful about, say, the topic, you can follow one structure, which is PREP. So the P stands for the point, R stands for the reason, E stands for the example, and again P stands for the point. For example, if your topic is, say, name the best character from the Harry Potter series, first you can start with a point that my favorite character is Dumbledore. Second, you can give the reason that because the Dumbledore is the most wise and powerful wizard. Third, you can state the examples for that, because many moons ago, Dumbledore fought with various dark entities, including Toastmaster Shamina. Now, in the table topic session, we are going to practice this impromptu speaking. So to begin with, I would like some of you, the members and guests, to come here, pick a topic from our, I think I should put it like this, and then speak on it for a minimum of 1 to 2 minutes. So maybe have our first speaker from the member side. I think we should start with Toastmaster Dhairya. You give a speech. Okay, you open it.
How would you change the world with magic?
Toastmaster Dhairya, how would you change the world with magic? How would you change the world with magic? Toastmaster Dhairya.
I think that's the most loaded question a TTM topic can ever be. Changing the world is something that we all wish to do, but it's not so easy. But let's say if I had magic, maybe then could it be a bit easier? Let me think. For once, the one thing that I would want to stop in this world is to stop wars, because nobody likes wars. It's just a lose-lose situation. But then I think about it, in the world of Harry Potter as well, there are a lot of wars, a lot of fighting, a lot of deaths. So magic can't fix that. So what else can magic do? I know. What is one thing that we all love and the entire world can come together for? Food, chocolate, exactly. Yes. So you know what? I would like to create a spell by which we can get instant food, whatever we want, at our doorstep, or maybe give me the knowledge. I can use a spell and get the knowledge of any recipe of any food dish. I think that would be the best, because hunger solves all problems, even world problems. I think that will really change the world and really save the world as well. Thank you. Back to you, TTN.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhairya. Now, I would like second member, like Toastmaster Hamza. Okay. Toastmaster Vivek. Please pick a.
What do you like about being a student?
So, Toastmaster Vivek, your topic is, what do you like about being a student? What do you like about being a student? Toastmaster Vivek. Yeah, sure.
What do I like about being a student? I mean, I think there are quite a few people who like being a student, but it's fine. Being a student, I feel you get disciplined. You get to know so much about how the world works, uh, how you behave in public, because as a child you have no clue. You just see your family members how they behave, but outside world you have no clue about. So I think being a student helps with that. Second would be you get to explore with the extracurricular activities, to explore your inner self, as Alithia said, to explore your passion. I guess, yeah, these are the main two reasons I can think about right now, which helps to become a student, which are important. Thank you.
Now, can we have someone from the guest? So, ma'am, sir, like, would you come? Yeah. Yeah. So, sir, your name?
Shailendra.
Shailendra. So, Toastmaster Shailendra, your topic is, what is your dream adventure? What is your dream adventure? Toastmaster Shailendra.
Thank you, Suraj. Can I have you? Sorry, I did.
Okay. First of all, thank you very much for having me here. And this is first of my impromptu. I have actually facilitated a lot of sessions with the learned speeches and other things are there. So my topic here is what is my dream adventure. So I'm not an adventurist actually. So even none of my dream adventure is that. But yes, I like tracking. It's actually not done a lot, but I would like to do it. I love mountains, going there, having that. So dream adventure for me is like being alone on the mountains and admiring the world from there is like for me is like a dream adventure for me. Keeping it short this time, but next time maybe a little bit more. Thank you very much.
Can we have one more guest? Okay. The double. Your name, sir? Huh?
Pakshal.
Pakshal. Toastmaster Pakshal, your topic is your best learning from school. Your best learning from school. Toastmaster Pakshal. Sorry, you take this.
So first of all, thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much. Hello, my name is Pakshal Munot. And first of all, thank you so much for giving me a chance. It's my first Toastmaster this year. And I got to know from my sir that there is a Toastmaster thing like this. So the best thing I got to learn from my the school is that we got a homework in our school, but my homework I don't do at any time. I do every time at the last moment. But when I grow, I got to know that this thing I have to done if I do early at the last, but we have to do. So in the life also, if there is particular thing we should have to do, then do it early if we know that we have to do at any time. So my advice to all that if we have thing that we have to do in the life anything, then just do it early only, then it would be possible. Thank you so much.
Can we have Toastmaster Shailesh? Please speak up. Shit from this. Yeah. So this one is actually very interesting. Toastmaster Shailesh, your topic is what magical power you would like your pet to have? What magical power you would like your pet to have? Toastmaster Shailesh.
Thank you, Topics Master. Hello, Taskmasters and dear guests. My topic is what power my pet I would like to have. So I've seen a lot of people love their pets. Even I have kids and they aspire to get more pets at home, like a cat or a dog. If I have a pet at home, and in future, near future, the power which a pet should possess, should have, which I like, is having some power in terms of understanding the vibes at home and the power of understanding what the master is about to say something, or it can have some more powers of uh, having conversation skills, which is really required in today's times, because humans are not having more conversations. So pet if have a power of having meaningful conversations, that is something a great power when animals, pets, I would say, and humans can collaborate and engage together for a better thing. Thank you very much.
Next, I think we have someone from the online. So shall I pick the topic for that? Yes. Shortcut is there? Yes. Toastmaster Shaukat, your topic is what is your favorite book or movie about magic? What is your favorite book or movie about magic? Toastmaster Shaukat.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Many moons back, I thought that my favorite books were all non-fiction books, or rather fiction books, because I love to get into that, disappear into the magic that they came up with, and gingerly move myself into their shoes as to all the stuff that they used to do. Going forward, I found my thought processes change, because what I found is that it's not just the books that you read, it's the people that you meet that make a difference. I believe in one phrase which said, you are the average of the 5 people you normally meet. Your thought processes will also be the average of the 5 books you tend to read. I have a big variety of books I like to see, but there are only a few people who I really like to meet. And I think that's what makes it a difference. So rather than just go and read books, we go into practicalities. Meet the right people. You will learn much more than you read. Back to you.
So do we have room for one more speaker? Okay. Yeah. So your name?
Yeah, please.
Hafiz, please pick one.
Is all more powerful than
No, is
AI.
so Hafiz, right?
Yeah, Hafiz.
So sir, Hafiz, your topic is Is AI more powerful than magic? Is AI more powerful than magic? Toastmaster Hafiz.
Yeah, hi everyone. Very good afternoon. I think I'm doing this impromptu speech. I did this many moons ago, and I think I really like to being here. So as the topic says, is AI more powerful than magic? No. So, so AI is very predictable. What you ask for, it gives you an answer, and even for a multiple questions, it may give you some similar answers, and it's based on some algorithms which is based plan behind it. But magic is something unique which everyone can do, everyone has it. So AI can never replace magic. Magic lies within your thoughts, and magic lies within your work, and magic brings in a lot of innovation in you. So I always believe that AI cannot replace magic. Thank you.
Thank you for this. Can we now have the timers report?
All right. So for the for the table topic session, we had Toastmaster Dhairya, who took 1 minute 16 seconds. Toastmaster Vivek, who took 57 seconds. Guest Shalindra, who took 48 seconds. Guest Pakshal, who took 1 minute 9 seconds. Toastmaster Shailesh, who took 1 minute 14 seconds. Toastmaster Shaukat, who took 1 minute 20 seconds. And finally, guest Hafiz, who took 49 seconds. Thank you.
I would like to talk about Toastmaster Aarti for a minute. Toastmaster Aarti next week is participating in the district level of the International Speech Contest. Let's give her one big round of applause to show her our support. And to show her our love, we have a small little surprise for her. And Shamina, we stated the script. Those are their highlights. What are you even saying? Spending so much time with the baby and she's not giving me my space. I'm very scared of her and I feel that if she gets angry, she will eat me up. How do I tackle? I need more time to myself to pursue that happen. Let me show you how it becomes. I'm going to take the ball. I take the ball. I'm so shy that I can see my reflection in him. I can see my reflection in him. It comes in handy when there's no mirror around, you know. I can even use it as a musical instrument in the case of an emergency. However, your hair situation can be improved by using some Hair and Lovely for long, luscious hair. All in all, I would suggest that you invest in proper hair care routine and you will see, and you will see. How dare you? How dare you inside my bald hair? Would like only to challenge. You're bullying. Remember? Wait for like this, let them back on. I'm keeping you. Valuation cap is time to the country by the country. Good job, good job. Good job, Sandy. Take photo to leave out. So, but it looks like some hair. Do now. Let's start clapping. Can you please settle down? Ketal. What are you even saying? Nagini is not here. I'm sorry. I've just been spending too much time with Nagini and she's not giving me my space. I'm afraid to tell her something because if she gets angry, she's going to beat me up. How do I tell her that I need some time to myself to pursue the dark art?
It's so simple. Let me show you how it's done. For example, if I was to take your bald little head I'd say something like, your bald head is so beautiful and so shiny. I can see my reflection in it. It's very handy, when there's no mirror around. I can even use it as a musical instrument in the case of an emergency. However, your hairless situation could use a little bit of an improvement. You can try Hair and Lovely for long, luscious locks. All in all, I would suggest that you invest in a proper hair care routine and you will see results in no time.
There you inside.
Oh, relax, Baldy. I was evaluating you and not criticizing you.
But if I suck the life out of me, just like my buddy, the Dementor.
Well, now it's time I introduce you to my bro, the general evaluator. She possesses a unique power, a power to observe, evaluate, and provide constructive feedback. Just as Dementors sense and feed on happiness, our general evaluator looks at all aspects of the meeting, extracting growth and knowledge wherever possible. So keep your broomsticks ready and summon your Patronus while Toastmaster Neha glides on stage.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. Thank you. So good afternoon, wizards and witches. What a magical afternoon it's been. Many moons ago, there is somebody who said, it's not the experience that matters, but it's about reflecting on that experience that actually helps you learn the lesson. So I'm the general evaluator of the day. And of course, it is supposedly the most important session of the day. So what are we here for? What are we going to do? We are going to look, sit back and see what went well and what are a few things that we could have done better. It will be a three-part session. Firstly, the evaluators of the prepared speech will share their report. Secondly, the TAT team. Any guesses? The TAT team comprises TAD. Timer, counter, grammarian, listener, of course. They will share their respective reports. And finally, I'm going to share my report on the general evaluation of the meeting. There is a certain structure or framework the evaluators can follow when they are sharing their comments or reports. It's called the CRT model. C stands for commend, R for recommend, and C for commend. So commend is basically talking about what went well. What are the positives that they saw in the speaker? Recommend comprises things that could have probably been done better. And again, commend, wrapping up of what really went well. So calling upon our first evaluator, who calls himself Professor Dumbledore. He calls himself a professor of computer sciences, and his best line and learning from Harry Potter has been that it is not about the way you think, but it's all about the way you value few things. Calling upon Jatin. Jatin, Toastmaster, over to you.
So Toastmaster Ashwin, what a wonderful icebreaker. You started off with a killer beginning. Your title itself made us wonder about what is to come. And with the very first sentence, you heightened our curiosity with such an engaging question to the audience, which everyone could relate to. And it made us so curious about what exactly you were going to talk about. And paraphrasing an old adage, a speech that begins well, ends well. So yeah, awesome start. And even after that, you kept delivering
these killer blows, you managed to stitch together so much variety of your life and times, and it stood out how you were able to mold all of it with a cohesive theme of learning to seize the day. One comment I would make is to recommend you to move a bit slowly while talking and maybe speak more deliberately so that it draws emphasis to your pearls of wisdom and deep thoughts. At some places, I felt that you had a lot of really cool stuff to say, but maybe it got a little bit lost in your intonation. So if you are just a bit more deliberate and more forceful in your sentences, the audience will get a lot more value out of all the cool things you have to tell us. To conclude, a one thought-provoking speech, and it actually reminded me of the theme of Sobo from many moons ago, which was Carpe Diem. So, yeah, nice nostalgia there for me. Yeah, but just a little more intention in your delivery, you would be able to move your communication to the next level. Welcome to Sobo once again, and congrats on such a cool icebreaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jatin. Now calling upon our second evaluator who believes in the power of magic, and her favorite song is It's Magic, It's Magic. Calling upon Toastmaster Roshali.
All right. Going to be a little long. Bear with me. Toastmasters, you must have observed a common thread amongst the last three speakers today, that is having an identity, carving your own path, and breaking stereotypes. And that is exactly what my speaker, Toastmaster Sapna, did today. So when we think of marriage in this generation, we think it's uncool, it's a burden, or it's a task. But Toastmaster Sapna shattered that stereotype today. Dreamer to achiever. Toastmaster Sapna has rightfully demonstrated the speech title today with her speech. My points of commendation to Toastmaster Sapna would be, number one, she kicked off her speech with the use of dialogue. Mama, what have you achieved in life? That immediately set the tone of the speech. Second, Toastmaster Sapna's speech was not only a chronological speech, right from living in the cocoon to finding her passion for fashion, but also had the essence of a topical speech, which could easily be identified. Third, Toastmaster Sapna appeared at ease with the audience, maintained eye contact throughout, with a compelling speech and an electrifying smile. However, there are some points of recommendation to Toastmaster Sapna. While her tone and speed were almost perfect, there was a lack of volume in her speech, where ideally your voice should be audible even to the Toastmaster sitting in the last row. Second, this is a habit I have too. While trying to remember the next line of the speech, we tend to look downwards, and this view becomes slightly obvious to the audience. So my recommendation would be to not worry about perfectly sticking to the script, which is something I have to work on too. Lastly, this is a common recommendation given to many speakers, which is making use of the stage. So my recommendation to Toastmaster Sapna is only move sideways while trying to put forth a point. All in all, Toastmaster Sapna is a beacon of inspiration to all the young women, including me, where she shattered the expectations of society. Thank you for being the face of empowerment for all those mothers who have sacrificed their lives to serve their families. Thank you for making it cool to show that it is okay to have a passion along with bringing up a family. Your speech was truly your name, a sapna.
Thank you, Roshali. Now calling upon an evaluator who actually loves Harry Potter. She has seen the movies of Harry Potter many times, and also it has helped her through many changes in her life. Calling upon none other than Toastmaster Sandhya.
You'll have to pay me for that. Content, body language, and expression are like deadly hallows. Individually, they will empower you, but together, they will make you the master of death. In this case, a truly impactful speaker. Today, I must say, not only me, but the entire audience was spellbound by your speech, Toastmaster Alicia. Your content, gesture, and body language, along with the expressions, I would grade it an outstanding in the owls. So thumbs up for you. The ease with which you grooved on the stage and the way you captivated the audience. And lastly, your $1 million expressions. I just love the money, money, money. I can't do it. They were perfect combination of probably making a good elixir for anyone of us to be a good public speaker. And I'm in awe of you. My suggestions on your speech would be I have seen when you speak with your hand closed. Okay, when you're waiting. A good speaker will always open up to the audience. Showing the palm of your hand will calm down your audience. So that is one of the suggestions that I have. Second, when you are addressing yourself, you use this. Instead, if you could use your palm like this, it has a better impact and a more cleaner, gesture. Third suggestion that I have, there was a lot of redundant movement on the stage, which kind of intervened with the clean sweeps that was necessary for your speech. So when you were doing your talking to your own self, it could have been a clean sweep like this, which would have given that cut impact that you needed. The unnecessary movement came in between of that. And the fourth suggestion that I have, when you were thinking, you were looking up, my mentor has suggested is look at the empty seats in the audience, which will keep your eye at the audience level, and that will help you in your speech. Overall, I think it was a fabulous speech. It has the potential, if groomed and trimmed and refined in a particular manner, can definitely go for international speech contest. All the best to you. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandhya. Not only have you opened our hands, but also our eyes to see of the things. Now to invite our next evaluator. He actually needs no introduction. He is known to give unsolicited advice. And he loves the character of Harry Potter because he's the hero. So calling upon Toastmaster Shaukat to share his evaluation.
Guys, can you see me? Yeah. All right. Toastmaster Aarti, you are a revelation. You are one of the people we can always look to and say, look where she was a few months back and see where she is now. You are definitely the torchbearer of what Sobo is all about. And today it was seen. I had the pleasure and the privilege of seeing your speech many moons back. And right now, and that time you were gingerly finding your way. Today was Aarti 4.0 straight from RT 4.1. I found that you had such wonderful, purposeful movements. Your whole speech was refined. Your confidence level was so much better. You had humor. You had and a very well structured speech. Every time you went on refining it better and better. And we are seeing a fantastic product today. It's like when you get a first time dish and then you add all the condiments to it to make it look so much better. I enjoy the way you came up and the way you presented out here. Now, today I want to share with you my thoughts on how it can be done slightly better, perhaps. And again, the speech itself was so good that I'm really just splitting hair to see where we can do it. Now, I want to look at this at basically when you're going for the division contest. What are the parts you have to look at? So, first is your dupatta. Now, be aware that you'll be having a collar mic or something. So you will need a pocket to put your stuff in. Be aware that these small little things can set you out right at the beginning. So make sure that you're wearing the right thing and that you can hear and they can hear you and it doesn't get distracted or come out when you flip it. Be aware of the color combinations that you're doing. The dupatta was very bright against what you were wearing today, so it should not take away from you and your facial expressions. Looking at where and how you used the whole stage. Now, in many cases, you're looking at the side because you're looking at people at the side or the they at the side. What happens is that we only see part of you and that takes away our attention. My suggestion is use the stage. Go at the back, and when you're looking at they, look in front they, like this, not like this. That would give us a more clear facial expression. And when you're moving up and down, make sure that you are moving towards the audience and during the pauses, move back so you get space to come back. Similarly, for looking at the box, go behind the box. You're coming alongside the box and saying like this. I would say you walk towards the box and say like this, so that you are still facing the audience rather than just looking from the side. I do feel that these small bits would definitely help to embellish it. Make sure that your dupatta, even at the end, it doesn't come in the way because it really looks very distracting to me. It takes away your whole face. You have got to work on that a bit. You did use one specific part where you said it is moving beyond Borivali. I think the word you could have used is it is demeaning to move beyond the suburbs of Bombay. As if to say, like a Bombayite is somebody who thinks the rest of the place is instead of using Borivali because people might not know that specific suburb. Also, when you spoke about your choices, you say, you know, really what you want to be, that's a pause that comes. Is your choice. So when you break up your words, you share it a bit, it brings more emphasis to what you want to say. All in all, I think you have a fantastic speech. You have refined it to where you need to be. Second is make sure that you use your dupatta and use your color combination and stage well. All the best. One thing is for sure. The audience, are in for a treat. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaukat. Your feedback was like a sweet and spicy condiment. And talking of condiments, introducing my next evaluator, the timer. What she feels is it's many ingredients that come together to make the perfect dish. So calling upon Bhakti, Toastmaster Bhakti, to share her timing report. Toastmaster Jatin took 1 minute 57 seconds. Toastmaster Roshali, 2 minutes 48 seconds. Toastmaster Sandhya, 2 minutes 50 seconds. And finally, Toastmaster Shaukat took 4 minutes 25 seconds. I now conclude my report.
Over to you, Dee. Thank you, Toastmaster Bhakti. Now, calling upon our timer 2, whose favorite trick in Harry Potter was the dove hat trick. And how she wants to be called on stage is like the Amrish Puri in Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. Aao, aao, aao.
Yeah, I wasn't aware I was supposed to speak. Okay, all I can say is table topic master Suraj completed the session in 17 minutes. Well, the maximum allotted time for him was 20 minutes. So kudos to that. Presidential address took 6 minutes, where the allotted time for that was 7 minutes. You covered everything, Toastmaster Hamza. TMODs, you completed the session in 50 minutes, where the maximum allotted time was 45 minutes. That's okay. You had those disturbances, so it's okay. Yeah, that concludes my report. Thank you so much. Over to you, Tate.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hazel. Now calling upon our grammarian, who barely passed her 12th standard exams because the 5th book of Harry Potter had just got launched. Calling upon Mubaraka, Toastmaster Mubaraka, to share her report.
Well, it wasn't so bad. I got about 70% from my 10% lesser than my HSC board. Sorry, my 10th board. Okay. I'll try to be as loud. Can you hear me? All right. That's good. Okay. So the idiom was used by quite a lot of people. Jatin, Vishwanatham, Ashwin, Suraj, Shaukat used it twice, Hafiz, and Neha. The word of the day was used by Suraj, Shaukat, Vishwanathan, and Sapna. The creative use of grammar and vocabulary, Hamza used fiercely competitive, nemesis, and Sharmeen and Shamina used a lot of wonderful, colorful vocabulary, timeless tale, enchanting words of wisdom that echo, tackle, exhilarating, insolent, scholar, embodies, fill heart with evil desires. Rushali used word like electrifying, phrases like kicked off her speech. Ashwin used flavor of the era, harrowing. Sapna lived in a cocoon, burning ambition, robbing of contentment, vicious circle, passion for fashion, and expanding my horizon, light of my journey. Alifia used a lot of creative uses of idioms. Chicken in the world of palak paneer, questionable burrito, create a ripple effect of change, headless chicken, monetary wealth. Aarti used stereotypes, snobbish Bombay brat needing visa to travel beyond Borivali. That was very relatable. Box of perception, kaleidoscope of individuals. This too was extremely creative. And Hafiz used magic lies within your thoughts, which was a very creative use. And now for the improper usage. It's not barefooted, it's barefoot. Took it very much as my nature. That can be phrased as took it as my nature. The idiom many moons ago got married was used in the wrong context. It is used to address something that happened in past. But in this case, it was used to address something that happened later, like in future. So that was not the correct usage. Life turning could be life changing or life altering. The embrace was not correctly spelled. It was embrace It was called embrace, but it's actually pronounced as embrace. Okay. It's not tracking, it's trekking. And some more power off can be phrased as additionally have power to communicate and etc. And yep, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mubaraka. I was profusely making notes with all the great words that you had shared. Now calling upon our counter Toastmaster. He told me that he was asking me what is Harry Potter, and I told him today the theme is Harry Potter. He believes in staying in the present. So calling you in the present, Toastmaster Vishwanath.
So my job is cut out. It was just the ahs, oohs, so's, and the repeats. And believe me, I think I was very lucky because I had 4 good speakers today, 4 good Toastmasters who put forward their speech. And from the evaluators, you have automatically come to know that what they all spoke about and what were their suggestions. Of course, these 4 speeches, whichever we went through, it is not for the chicken-hearted. Okay, they put up the things very well. Just a few suggestions here. Toastmaster Ashwin, you put forward the word so 5 times. Okay, we can reduce that, and that is others was not a problem. Toastmaster Sapna, you have the habit of repeating things again and again. It was 4 times which you repeated, and once you used the word like. And Toastmaster Alifia, this was excellent. You just used the repeat word, once. As for Aarti, I think we need a Aarti for her because she was immaculate. And of course, other suggestions I don't need to dwell into because my work was to do this. For the guests and all, I would suggest that reduce the use of the words ours. Otherwise, it's good enough because from the ours, you'll be like so and like and much better than that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishwanath. Your R report sounded more like a Vah report. Now calling upon our listener. It's very interesting that he's the listener today because he actually slept during the Harry Potter movie. So calling upon Toastmaster Kalpesh, who actually calls him introverted and shy. So let's hear it from you, Toastmaster Kalpesh.
Thank you, Neha. So I have prepared some questions from today's speeches. If you know the answer, please use both of your hands. One hand on your mouth and one raised. And I have instant incentive for your right answer. That is chocolate. I'll show you. Thank you. So my first question is, in Hamza's speech, what was the product 2 companies were marketing for? Sandhya. The next question, Shamina had a leg day in which gym? She referred. Suraj. All right. Yeah, you can clap. Sorry. Yeah. So next question, in Jatin's speech, what was the name of the earlier theme in Sobo that was used? Hamza. Right. In Ashwin's speech, in which city the cancer hospital that was mentioned? Alicia. You're asking me. In Ashwin's speech again, which era Ashwin mentioned referred to when he was born? Yeah, the guess. Which? No. Which era? The name was the era. He mentioned some name. Yeah, right. In Sapna's speech, who was the author and what was the name of the book she was inspired? Right. In Alicia's speech, the idea of success is equated with what? Can Alicia answer? Okay, Ashwin. Somewhat close. Monetary wealth. Yeah. Chocolate, there are more. Yeah. Time is less. Chocolates are enough. Can anybody explain the PrEP model method the Suraj mentioned in his speech? What PrEP stands for? PREP. In Dhairya's speech, what can solve the world's problem? Jatin. Yes, right. And the last question. In Shaukat's speech, you are an average of how many people? Everybody is correct. So Dhairya. Thank you. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpesh. And I'm so glad you weren't sleeping in the meeting. Okay, just to clarify, these are not Harry Potter glasses. These are my reading glasses. So finally, just submitting my report as a general evaluator. So firstly, I think it was a near perfect meeting. So big hand of applause to everybody present. So let me start by sharing what are few things that I was spellbound by. The precedent. I thought that the way he shared an inspiring story today, I think it was a great kickstart to the day. Really. I've been for several Sobo meetings, but I have never seen two Toastmasters of the day. I thought it was a very interesting and unique concept and the way they carried it out. I mean, they used the Harry Potter language. I actually felt transported into that world. So big hand to both of them. Toastmasters, Shamina and Sharmeen. I also thought they were very much in sync with each other. So I don't know whether that was organic and natural or you guys worked towards it, but it was really amazing. Now going on to the table topic master. I really liked that he taught us the concept of prep. And of course, the listener, Toastmaster Kalpesh also kind of brought it up. But it's really nice when a person who kind of carries a role also comes and explains a new concept for us to learn. So I really like the prep concept that was presented to us. Now moving on to the evaluators, I think they did a brilliant job. Few of them actually pulled out in the recommendation and example and also said what we should be doing instead and made it apply generally. So I thought there was a lot of take back, especially like I would like to mention Toastmaster Sandhya. Sandhya, I really loved listening to you. because you made it very applicable to each of us when you were sharing what could be done instead. So, and a special mention to Jisha. I just got to know that even the food that she organized was basis what the TMOD is like. So, I mean, how much personal touch and passion can an HA add? Very inspiring. Well, that was the good part. However, I'm mysterious about few things and some things that we can ponder about. I loved the theme Harry Potter. I thought it was great. However, when I was talking to some people, I realized that they've not seen the movie or they have not read the book. So one recommendation is when you're picking a general theme, you could have added, sorry, when you're picking a specific theme, make it a little relevant to everybody. For example, if you're picking up Harry Potter, you can say Harry Potter and magic. So even those who can't relate to Harry Potter, they can relate to magic. So that was something that I thought could be done. Also, I noticed in the meetings, the TM2, that's the timer 2, is not introduced, and the role of the timer 2, at least I'm not very clear about. So maybe just something to think about. What is really the role? Are they supposed to call out any timing? So at least there was a gray area for me about timer 2. Again, talking about time, also I felt this whole process of being qualified or not being qualified, I felt there was a gray area there. So while the timer did call out the timings, it was not mentioned whether the person got qualified or not. So I just thought that could be made clear. And even if we are making an exception to encourage people, we should mention that. So there's like absolute transparency in the meeting. Also thought of an idea, like I felt during breaks, it was a bit of a struggle to get people back. So maybe having a big digital clock out here, or maybe a timer out here, so everybody is self-accountable to coming back on time rather than people calling it out. Just an idea to consider. And lastly, I thought the grammarian had done a brilliant job of capturing. So I thought, why not actually put it in the WhatsApp group so that people who don't attend, and even for those who've attended, they can actually remember the good words, the good phrases, and actually make use of it later. So that's the other idea that I thought about. But in all, as I said, it was a 9 on 10, a near perfect meeting, and truly enjoyed being a part of it. Thank you. Calling upon the Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you. Let's take some time out to quickly vote for our best speaker, evaluator, table topic speaker, and best of big three. The voting link is on the official group. Sorry? Speaker, I think speaker and table topic. Done. If we're done with the speakers and table topics, let's have a QR code for evaluators and best of big three. Are we guys done? For those of you fellow For those of you fellow Potterheads who have buried themselves into J.K. Rowling's pages or witnessed the exciting adventures of Harry Potter on the silver screen, you know that this world is an escape from our mundane muggle lives. This imaginary world was created many moons ago, and it's going to exist for many generations to come. And today, at this meeting, we honored these lessons in the spirit of the wizarding world. Until we meet again, keep the magic alive in your heart. And remember, the power of communication is as potent as any potion or spell. Thank you. We over to the presiding officer.
Guys, can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmasters Shamina and Toastmasters Shamina? Both of them have been working really, really hard, and it really reflected in what we just saw today. Toastmasters Shamina, Toastmasters Sharmeen. I think J.K. Rowling's writing don't hold a candle to what you guys write. Absolutely fantastic. So, friends, before we move on to the awards today, there are a couple of announcements that we would like to make. The first one coming from the desk of our VPPR, and there is a video that is to be shared. I would ask our Zoom master to please share the video if possible.
So a big round of applause for Shantanu. Although he's not there in this room, he has made this video. So let's give one more round of applause for him. This is a short video showcasing what Sobo is about, our culture, our achievements,
and more importantly, our values. We make better communicators, but we also make better leaders. Now, there is a context to this video. There is, as you know, our annual magazine coming up, which is known as Sobo Buzz. We are accepting sponsors for the same. So we would really encourage you to go out there and talk to people, to bring people on board. We can help them display their ads in our magazine. We have a social media presence. More importantly, just talk about Sobo, talk about the club, and let's adopt this policy of each one bring one. Let's target one person that we can at least reach out to and convince, because the funds that we get only go back into the club. We only use it to uplift our members, and we're looking at using that even towards social causes. We had a youth leadership program planned a couple of months back for specifically designed for younger children to build their confidence and public speaking skills. So we would like to channelize our efforts in that direction as well. So please get more people on board. We have a complete bifurcation, which I will go through right now. I wasn't intending to, but just give me a moment. Can I have my phone? Right. So we have certain categories of sponsors. I will just quickly take the summary. Yeah, let's just display it. I think that's better. There, I'll just send it to you. Send it to Hamza. All right. I've sent it on WhatsApp. Should I email? Yeah. Hmm. All right. Till then, till we showcase it on the screen, we have the winners. Winners announced? Yeah. For the quiz, right. Yeah. Hmm? Oh. I knew the answers of all. This is the snip. Ready? Right. Can we go down, please? Second page. Okay, so let me quickly explain to you the brackets. We have a main event sponsor. What does this mean? This means that we can actually have a sponsor on board for the entire year. So the amount for that is 20,000. That goes towards not just Sobo Buzz, but towards Sobo Toastmasters itself. If you want to look at the points that are covered, I will send this on the group to go so that you can go into it further. But right now, I'm just covering the overarching points. Event co-sponsors. What we mean by event co-sponsors is when we have a singular event. Like, for instance, when we will have our new EC come on board, that will be a larger event. So we can have a co-sponsor only for that event. The amount is 10,000. Okay. Then we have an associate sponsor. So as you can read on the Sobo Buzz, we will give them a back page recognition of their logo. And we will also mention them in their press releases and social media posts. And also for any of our events, they will also get an invite. And these are our magazines. That's the amount, 8,000. are sponsors for full page, half page, and a stand-up ad at the event. So you have a full page sponsored 5,000, half page at 3,000, and a stand-up means you've seen these standees at events, yeah. So that will be done at the event for 2,000, and they will also get an invite to the event. So these are the categories of sponsors. Please reach out to people and get people on board. Let's make Sobo a stronger club. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Before we move on to the award, let's have a quick guest feedback. So, sir, if you would like to come up, share your feedback for today's meeting and if you have any suggestions for us. Both of you all want to come together? Yeah. Ma'am, you want to come up? Any other guests? So, please come. Yeah, like the meeting was held very, what do you call, very objectively. I could see a lot of feedbacks coming in a very structured way, and the use of the grammar words, I think that was very nice. And I could also see the evaluators also doing, a structured feedback, what went well, what could have been done better. I think that was very nice. And the timing was also like maintained perfectly so that people don't exceed times and doesn't become boring. So in a way, it all went well. And only one thing I think as an area of as a constructive feedback, what you can do is there are many feedbacks like every time feedback. So it could be done into one, and maybe for every session we can have only one feedback and do it. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, officer. So personally, I would say there's a lot of takeaways for me from this meeting. That's first of all, it is important for us that how we can have a highly engaged meeting for 2.5 hours or so. So that's like a way it has been facilitated, the way it has been organized. Smaller topics, a lot of people were coming in. There is a full of a participation which I have seen here, and that actually I liked it. That's because where the time has fly, time fly in the 2.5 hours. So, and another thing is that there's a lot of very good inputs have been given in the during the meeting. That's the feedback. As a member, if you can float it around, that like if you can have a script around and can send it to the others also, so it can we can carry us for the long. It can be as into the memory because in day out when we are presenting and all other things are there. That's a very important to be cautious on the it's an important for all of us uh, to know those things, what mistakes we are doing, and we should not do those. That's a small feedback for us. Thank you.
First of all, thank you to giving me this opportunity. And the first thing I want to say, it's my dream to come to Sobo Toastmasters. From the last 1 year, I just follow your Instagram handle, but I can't get an opportunity to come here because every Sunday I just think at the Saturday I just come, but at the Sunday I just wake up late, and that's all happened. But finally, at this Saturday, I just messaged the Aarti, and I just think I just have to come. Today also, I just wake up at 10 o'clock. But just I just make me in my mind, just I want to come. So at the end, 11:30, I just reach here, and I just got to know from the CAT institution there was a Toastmaster like that, and they just said that this is a public speaking platform, and we just got to know how to speak well in English and how to do good. So just came here, and I would personally talk to my hostel mates. So they just also came here and have a delightful Sunday in this era of 2.5 hours. And the important thing I just want to say that you have a reward for the listening, and this thing I would think it's a very good thing. And this person is also saying that you just engaged 2.5 hours very well. So this all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guest. Okay, time for some awards. Just to clarify, these are my Harry Potter glasses, not my reading glasses. Okay. We'll start with the best table topic speaker. Our best table topic speaker for today is Toastmaster Dhairya. Moving on to the best auxiliary role player. As you can see, there are many ties. So it's a tie between our grammarian and our listener, Toastmaster Mubarak and Toastmaster Salpin. Well done, well done, well done. How do we do this? Well done. Our best evaluator, again a tie between Toastmaster Sandhya and Toastmaster Rushali. Too good, too good. Best role player. We do it last. Then let's go to the speaker. There's a tie between Toastmaster, the two A's, my two Anmol Ratans, Aarti and Alifia. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Best of big three. The best of big three is between our Toastmasters of the day, the general evaluator, and the table topic master. So it's the best of big three. But we have 4 ribbons, which means it goes to all of them. It's a tie between all 3 of them. So please, Toastmaster Shamina, Toastmaster Sharmeen, Toastmaster Suraj, and Toastmaster Neha, please join us. Well done, well done. Thank you. Friends, that's it from the awards. Before we leave, a couple of announcements. The first announcement is regarding the elections. Our nomination committee, that is headed by Toastmaster Abbas, has received a lot of nominations for the post for the various EC roles. The interview process is going on at the moment. The slate will be announced pretty soon. But in the meanwhile, I would like to show my appreciation to the entire nomination committee that comprises of Toastmaster Abbas, Toastmaster Hasnain, and Toastmaster Rupesh. So slate will be out soon, and I'll keep you posted on that. The second announcement is a very important announcement. Our next meeting is happening on Sunday, 4th of June. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, 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 very important meeting because it's the day of the elections. We need a quorum. That means we need a minimum of 51% of our club present. So please block your calendars from now. 4th of June is the date of the meeting. Please do attend it. It's a very important election. And the last and final announcement is regarding the meeting that's happening next Sunday at Eloquence in Ahmedabad, where Toastmaster Aarti is competing and representing the division at the district level conference in Ahmedabad, where she will be delivering the speech you guys just heard today at a ISC level, which is a very high level. And please cheer for us and wish her well. And we hope that she does the same kind of performance that she did today at Ahmedabad next Sunday. So with that, let's conclude today's meeting. Before you guys leave, let's have a group picture over here. And I would request our guests to please connect with our VP membership and her team on this side of the stage. Thank you. Phone. Bhakti, give me your phone.
Mischief managed. No cheese, no batata vada,
For what?
no samosa. Only mischief managed.
What's that? क्या है वो? But I've read Sharmeen and Shamina's script, no, but that's enough. All good. You go, son. Come on this side. You're too far. Okay, guys. 3, 2, 1, we shot Harry. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, it's on the street over there. Yeah, yeah.
Take this.
Yeah. Yes, end meeting, no?
Hi, Shaukat.
Bye, bye.
I can't hear you. I can't hear him.
Because the speaker is connected.
Oh, no. Hello. Hi, Shaukat. I still can't hear him. Yeah, I think I got it.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I think I can hear you, Shaukat. Hello?
But I can't see you guys because Hamza took his
Wait, I
phone
still
away.
can't hear you. What is it? What is happening? I'll just turn on the laptop speaker.
Where are you guys?
Hello?
Ah, you can hear me?
No, it's okay. I just turn on the laptop speaker. It's fine.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see you guys because I don't think this is connected on. I don't know. I can only see something called Sobo
Hold on,
Toastmasters.
one second. Yes. Something wrong. Can you speak something?
Of course I can. I'm a Toastmaster.
Yes. Thank you. And I can hear you clearly. Yes.
I can't see you guys.
Yeah,
I don't know
hold
why.
on. I think the webcam isn't working of the laptop.
Yeah, no issues. No issues. Well done, Yate. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good, good, good.
So when are you
Hey.
planning to come?
What?
Now you can see me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, the next meeting I plan to come is on the 9th of July. I'll be
9th of
coming
July.
Yeah, I'll be coming in next week. I'll be there for something, but I won't be here for the meeting. There's no meeting next week.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 See you then. You want to talk to anyone else?
Where's everyone else? I can't see anybody else.
I'll wait. I'll get it.
Hi, Shaukat ji.
Arey wah. Hey, put that blind down here behind you. I can't see you guys.
That was shown.
Yeah. All right.
We are matching.
Joining.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Why didn't you take a table topic? Yeah.
I wanted to, but like, he was selecting the people. I would have liked.
You should go up front and say, I went and asked, I want table topic. तो ठीक है करके दे दिया.
I was actually prepared for a table topics today.
For a change. How was the cake?
Yeah, fantastic. It was really good.
Yeah.
Chocolates over here.
क्या बात है Ferrero Rocher KitKat क्या बात है यार
Chocolates are being sent out.
Good, yeah. We all
We had snacks also. Risha
अच्छा,
got
I need sponsorships.
Yes, yes, yes.
तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हो यार? कोई मुझे लीड नहीं दे रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है.
Yes, working on that. Do you want to speak to Roshali? I think she had some contacts, right?
Yeah. I want Rushali there.
I'll go
Just
call
see
her.
if you can find Hetal. Get a young one.
I'll call her. Hetal, can you come for 2 minutes? Yeah, thanks. I've called Hetal, she's coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Feedback time.
Feedback time.
Unsolicited advice time.
Exactly. That's my normal stuff.
I want to talk to you.
હું તમને જ કોલ કરું છું. I'll
Still
just
have-
call you.
Okay.
I'll just call you. And ये recording किसको भेजना है? There was this, my phone was here. Just 2 minutes, I'll call you.
No problem.
So it's a huge recording.
It's an hour
Hamza.
it's an hour
Oh.
recording. किसको भेजूं?
We have a second angle recording. Right?
Which meeting?
यहाँ पे एक phone था.
We use that camera, Hetal's camera.
But we have it on the cloud, no? We have recorded the meeting.
That cloud पे की device पे.
आजो ना 1 कलाक અને 58.
Other on device.
2 કલાક ની છે.
I stopped the recording.